In this video, I'll be working on this space, starting with installing crown molding because as you can see, there is no crown molding here, so crown molding was installed. And then after that, this wall was painted. I'm going to be working on this other wall, and I'll be installing a wallpaper that's going to complement the paint that's on the other wall. If you're new to my channel, it's so great to have you here. Now don't forget to click on the subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my latest videos. This particular wallpaper has glitter on it, and I don't think it shows that well in the video. But then yes, it's got a little bit of glitter on it, which makes it really pretty, and the homeowner loves it. When you're looking at it from this side, you can see how beautiful it goes with the other wall. This window right here is going to be covered with curtains. But because I'm doing some work there and I don't want the sun to hit my eyes too much, I'm going to be covering it up with this. This is a quick and easy way to cover up your curtains, and the link for this is going to be down in the description box below. It does not involve any drilling whatsoever because it's self-adhesive. This section here is for the dining area. So this wall here in particular, we'll be having a design there, and I'll be using an empty cardboard box in making that pattern. First, I'm going to be opening up the box and getting the exact measurement that I will need to cover up that space between the wall and where the second window starts. I'm going to add another empty cardboard box to make this thick for my project. I glued the cutout pieces together, and then I also glued foam on top of it and made points where I would like to make holes for my project. I used a pair of scissors to make the holes that I wanted, and then to save time, a friend of mine decided to help me out, and I was really happy about that. Thanks, Chi. This is going to be covered with velvet fabric, and all I'm going to be doing now is locating where the points are and stapling them down. When I was done, I turned it to the back and stapled down the excess fabric. I mentioned earlier that this is for a dining area. Now there is another idea using Dollar Tree items that you can use to make something pretty to cover up a wall space. It's going to be your teardrop wall decor. I'm going to be using a Trifold board that I got from the Dollar Tree and drawing lines where I can make the shape that I want on them. Then I drew a shape of a teardrop, but just half of it, cut it out, and then I folded it just to make sure that I get the exact same shape on the other side. I will continue tracing out the patterns on the remaining strips. The cutouts are not strong at all, so I'll be gluing craft sticks that I got from the Dollar Tree at the back. For the mirror effect, I'll be cutting out the shapes from Dollar Tree trays. I'll be attaching them with double-sided tape. I'm doing this because if I use a hot glue gun, it might melt the middle part of the cutout trays just a bit, but it will be noticeable. So because of that, I'll be using double-sided tape to hold them to the pattern. I want something unique and different for the outer lines, so because of that, I'll be using parchment papers and placing it on top of the pattern, drawing out the shape. But first, I'm gonna label them. It is really important to label the shapes so that after the pattern has been gotten, you won't mix it up. Now I'm drawing out the pattern on a parchment paper because I'll be using a hot glue gun to trace out the shape. After tracing the pattern, I removed the shape from the bottom and then I traced it out with a hot glue gun. When I was done, I took it out and I spray painted it gold. When it was dry, I brought it back in, and these come off so easy. Now remember the labeling. Whatever number you have on each of the glued pattern should be the same one that you attach to the one that you labeled with the same number. I'm saying this because being human, all the patterns are not going to come out exactly the same. My glue lines are not straight. And that was intentional because I didn't want a straight line. I wanted mine to have some kind of texture. And I loved the way it turned out. Here's the inspiration photo for this project. I'll be attaching what I made with this adhesive, and the link for this is going to be down in the description box below. I used masking tape to give me an idea on where I want to hang it before I started mounting it on the wall. This is what it looks like on the wall. And I used Dollar Tree items to achieve this. I made this design for my previous home and I really love how this turned out. This will look really pretty on the wall that I'm working on. But the only reason why I stuck with what I had made earlier is because it's going to go perfectly well with the seating that I'm going to be making right beneath it. I used silver tape to cover up some PVC strips that I'll be using on both sides of my design. I covered up the staple pins with crystal buttons. I'll be making the seating area at the bottom with cubes. And these are much larger and stronger than the regular ones you buy at Walmart, and I got them from IKEA. For the seating, I used 2 inches thick foam, and I used wood at the bottom instead of cardboard to make sure that it's much more sturdy when you sit on it. I am literally doing the same thing that I did for the one that's on the wall. The only difference is the measurement and the wood that I used at the bottom instead of cardboard. Apart from the sitting, there's also extra storage. Because of the way I wanted the sit to be, I had to make 2 separate cushions. This home is the same home that has the kitchen that I worked on, and this is just a short clip of what I did in the kitchen. So this is right besides the dining area. This is a mirror that I'm going to be adding to the wall, and I used 3 of these exact same mirrors here. This is what the kitchen and the mini dining area look like together. On the dining table, I did use something that I got from the Dollar Tree. These cute Christmas ornaments, I cut them into 2, and then I used 3 inside a glass vase. And I positioned it in such a way that there will be some allowance in the middle, and that's where the flowers will go. This was really a last minute thing because we were trying to finish up for an occasion. So we were trying to look for something to just make it look pretty inside the vase because we were running out of time and we had to do something instead of just having the flowers in a bare, transparent vase. Here is a before and after clip. My client insisted she wanted yellow chairs somewhere, so I decided to have them positioned here where the wallpaper is. The overall space looks so pretty, and I'm happy with how the kitchen itself blends in with the mini dining area. I offer consultation services as well as in-house decor services. You can contact me via email, and the details for all that is going to be down in the description box below. But I am restricted to the Orlando area for now, meaning if you live not too far from the Orlando area, I will be more than happy to come over and have your place decorated. I have this restriction now because of family, but over time, I will be extending my services to other states in the country. The link for most of the decor items that you see in this space, including the plants and the pillows and the draperies, the clock, the tables, the crystal buttons, and much more are all going to be down in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have other home decor DIY videos that are linked in the description box below to check them out. And for those of you who have not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button.